Hey there. So today before beginning, check out the links in the description, including the littlest umbrella. More on that at the end of the video. So today we are returning to that wonderful world of entertainment. And man, this is definitely entertaining. Why? Because it showcases what exactly is being pointed at Vic Mignogna, who's pointing it, and who they really are. Now this, of course, I'm going to lead with allegedly because, well, as with in all things, there are many factors that come in and they really impact this kind of stuff. That being said, wow, if assault hugs and assault kisses at conventions are a terrible thing, well, what about threatening to, say, kill your ex-wife's animals, threatening to go out and do harm to judges' families? What about that kind of stuff? Because yeah, when I'm looking at this, it has a pretty bad optic. Now, the person we're talking about today is, of course, Ron Toye. You can see that right here. This came from Rekieta Law's stream. If you've not watched that, you definitely should. And really, you should keep up with this stuff as well because we're going to see more and more. But here, you can see affidavit. This affidavit, it is from the divorce proceedings or the marriage of Ron Toye and redacted. You can see you've gotten used probably to the affidavit layout. So you have the age and everything brought up. And then it starts into the, well, let's read this. In the beginning of our relationship, Ron was the perfect gentleman. He had my family, friends, and me fooled. Slowly, he began to show his anger, control, and manipulation problems. This year, his problems have come to a climax. I have become scared of his personality and the things of which he's capable of doing. Never realized that was the personality of a sheepdog. Wow, interesting stuff. So let's continue looking at this. On March 31st, 2002, Ron Blank and I were sitting on the couch in the living room. I was working on homework and Ron was wrestling with Blank and kept causing Blank to kick me in the back. I asked nicely if they would stop doing that because he was hurting me, but Ron continued what he was doing. When I got kicked again, I asked again if he would stop making Blank kick me in the back. When this happened a third time, I had the remote in my hand, reach across to tap him with it to get his attention. He says I purposely hit him in the funny bone. After this, he lost his temper on me in front of Blank. He took the remote away from me and stood up above me, sitting on the couch. He then said, tell me how this effing feels, and from above me, reared back and hit me with a remote. So you can see, Ron doesn't sound like that. That fun guy. Again, if we're talking about assault hugs and assault kisses, what about going out and hitting people with remotes? Now continuing. Even though these instances of physical abuse are small, his emotional abuse has been extremely continuous. He has cussed me out, called me names, charged at me. Can you imagine Ron Toye charging at you, by the way? Oh my God. That's got to be pretty comedic, if he were to charge at a guy there. But again, in this, but continuing and threatened me and my family and has even done some of these things in front of my son. He has threatened me with my life, our money, our home, and my dogs. Pretty much anything he knows that I love or rely on, he has threatened me with. One of the voicemails I have saved shows exactly this bullying and threatening nature. I have saved it in my email under 7/2/2012. So again, when we're talking about these accusations here, again, we don't know the exact layout of all of this. I want to again throw that out there. But still, we're talking about people that have been selling us the idea that a guy hugging people is abuse. So, if you're sending this stuff to people, what exactly does that say? Continuing, and listen to this. If I were you, I would call me back pretty effing quick because I told you about hanging up on me, okay? It's not like you do a lot or you have to do a lot, seeing as you are afforded the opportunity to stay effing home. So if I need you to come and get me, guess what that means? You effing come and get me. Otherwise, I will take your car and you can effing hitchhike and figure out how to get around because I pay all the bills. I don't like being hung up on. You don't like fights. Don't do stuff to provoke me. You know you effing provoke me when you hang up on me. Okay, I didn't ask you to do anything for your mom. Your mom has another daughter who lives with her named Blank who can pick her up. I don't give an S about your sister. I need to get... and it continues on. I mean, you see the way. Like here, when it's, I don't give an S about your sister. I need to get something taken care of. I don't effing hang up on me again so you can effing walk around. Then it continues with another thing. On October 15th, before he was served from his ex-wife, and the same day I decided to have lunch with my dad about my decision to divorce Ron, his angry attentions were on me. He was upset about something, and when I refused to answer the phone at school, he left me a voicemail in which he stated, blank, because again redacted, unless you truly want a divorce, you need to answer the phone. I am being more than lenient. I'm just trying to talk this thing out, considering what you effing did. And if you think, poor you, how about I chop your effing dogs up and see if you like it? Chop your effing dogs up and see if you like it. Wow. And he left that on voicemail. Again, he left that there, So it's referring back to that. Continuing. Later that day, he was served a protection order from his ex-wife and a suit to modify parent-child relations. He was livid. When I got home, I saw that he had kicked a hole completely through one of our walls, picture attached. So, again, photographic evidence here. He had mentioned something on the phone about killing her, so I decided to start recording after I got home. He shows what his intentions are when people get in his way. At 7:10, Ron, if somehow, because I understand that, if somehow, the judge better hope not, because he doesn't have kids either, because I will effing it seriously. If something comes through with blank, my anchor to sanity, if something happens here, it's going to go very bad for a lot of people like the judge, blank, and his family. Everyone. So, not only going out and threatening, but threatening a judge in that. Probably not the best thing. And again, circumstances relate. People get angry in moments. But again, remember, these are the people that tell you when you go out and you deal with someone, him hugging fans is assault. So, again, think about this in context. Continuing on, I am extremely concerned with the timing of my decision to divorce Ron. He has already made it clear to me that he is an extremely angry and violent nature, and now with his son's custody involved, I am frightened my decision will affect him even worse. I have to get out from this marriage. I am overwhelmed from constantly being harassed and threatened. I am terrified that he will see my decision and do things to harm my family, me, my dogs, and our residence. I would like a protection order keeping him from me, my place of residence at redacted, so you can see, the way that that's set up, and so on. Talks about the place of employment and everything else. I mean, that's pretty much what you have laid out here, starting this out. But it paints an interesting picture of the guy that is going out and again talking about what is his, how he protects people, how people should be treated, and also what harassment is. Because remember, harassment, in your day-to-day. That's something that's just annoying people. That's something that goes out and say gets on your nerves. But, with something like this, again, why try to step to the sheepdog? But anyway, you tell me what you think about this stuff. You like this kind of content too? Check out the links in the description. I'm recording this on the go, so I can't pull up a picture of it, but check out the case of the Littlest umbrella. That's still in demand right now currently, so that means we're working on it, but it is getting close to specific milestones. If you want to join in on that, if you want to check out the backer level, you want to check out exactly how much it's earned, definitely do so. Also, leave me your comments on this stuff. I mean, when you're looking at this, and again, I'm not trying to throw Ron under the bus for what's happened in his past. A lot of people will do that. I'm not saying that there couldn't be things in this that we don't understand. What I'm saying is that there are people out there in a certain movement that would tell you that someone, again, hugging people is assault. So if you look at this stuff, well, and if they tell you not to believe that, well, aren't we supposed to listen and believe? Aren't we supposed to buy into all of that stuff? So where does that line change? So leave me your comments on this, pro or con. And to end, I want to thank you for showing up. A lot of these folks out there, they have forgotten who leads to endeavors, who leads to popularity with that, who basically puts money in their pocket. I do not want to ever be those people, so I always want to end to remind me to thank you, because I do appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you participating in this, and agree, disagree, at the end of the day, it's all how this stuff comes together. So again, thank you, appreciate you. We'll do it all again soon. Thanks.